Arun Kolatkar's poem, The Railway Station, has six parts which build up the picture of a railway station which does not seem to be in use and which does not seem to be functioning except in a most inefficient and ineffective manner. The total impression produced by this poem is one of complete neglect of a railway station. In fact, the total effect is one of meaningless absurdity and futility in relation to a railway station. The first part of the poem depicts an indicator which indicates nothing and which presents a faded look. The indicator, which has a clock to indicate the time, is no longer functioning. A passenger would not be able to know from this indicator when the next train is due, and the numerals on the clock are so faded and dim that if a passenger were to total them, they would amount to zero. There is a dog living in the station. This dog is suffering from a severe skin disease, but he is the very spirit of the whole place. The dog seems to have been doing some penance here for the last 300 years, where trains have been arriving and departing. The dog opens his right eye when you go near him, and he opens his eyes only to find out if the person standing before him is a man or a demon or a demigod. If the railway timetable were to offer to take this dog to heaven, he would refuse on the ground that the day when he should make his exit from this world has not yet come. A young man who is in charge of the tea stall at the railway station is new to his job, and he seems to have taken a vow of silence because instead of answering a question which a passenger might ask him, he throws away dishwater which falls upon the passenger's face. The young man continues washing dishes and cups in the kitchen sink. The booking clerk, too, does not speak much. He would only give the required ticket to a passenger, and for any other information, he would direct the passenger to his superior. The station master, like several gods in the temple at Jejuri, has two heads. He does not believe in any timetable except the one which has published long ago, at the time when the railway line was first laid here. He keeps looking anxiously at the sun which is about to set. He seems to think that the sunset is part of some secret ritual, and he therefore does not want that anything should go wrong with the impending sunset. A passenger, in this case the protagonist, begins to feel desperate because he has waited long enough and because no train has yet arrived to take him away from Jejuri. He has become so desperate that he vows to do anything in case a train arrives or in case he gets some information as to when a train would arrive. The trouble is that no one gives him any information about the time of the arrival of a train. The reason for this is that nobody, not even the booking clerk or the station master, knows the time of the arrival of a train. The protagonist is willing to slaughter a goat as a sacrifice, to smash a coconut on the railway track as a ceremony, to bathe the station master in milk, to give a gold toy train to the booking clerk, or to do anything else if someone were to tell him when a train would arrive. The sun has now traveled down to a point which is fairly close to the horizon. In other words, the sun is about to set. The sun looks quite big at this time, as big as a wheel. The wheel like sun reminds us of the wheels of the bus which had brought the pilgrims to Jejuri.